All right, Real Estate Radio. Welcome to our Get to Know. And today we're going down to New Jersey, one of my favorite places in the world, believe it or not. And we're joined by Liz. And Liz, and we're at VRI Homes. And I know that my relationship with you kind of goes through your broker. I've known Larry, gosh, forever. But he kind of set you up for this.
Yes, he did.
Because I really thought about this carefully, because I've interviewed folks that I know in the business, you know, whether they're marketing folks or brokers, but I wanted to get kind of the lay of the land from a broker agent. You're out there in the field, obviously a top producer with Larry in the company, but we start with the fun side of life. And I'll tell you this, I think we're probably around the same age. I'm probably older, but I'll say this. We go back to the 70s, early 80s, and Donnie and Marie Osmond was a little bit country, I'm a little bit rock and roll. Okay, so which one is Liz?
I'm going to have to say that I am a little bit rock and roll.
Okay.
I guess soft rock. I also like jazz and a variety of music.
Okay.
So I could tell you a little bit of a funny story.
Yeah.
When I am showing houses or meeting up with clients, I always have a good radio jam going on because I drive in my car so much. Okay.
Now, are the customers with you at this point, or is this your preference? I'm
usually meeting them at the house. These
days,
they meet you at the house. They don't come with you anymore. So I'm on the Garden State Parkway and cruising along. I got a great jam on, and we all know a good song comes on in the car. What are we doing? We're all singing. We think, oh my gosh, we are so good, right? So I got the windows open, the sun's shining, and I'm belting out this tune. And who pulls up next to me but my client blowing the horn, going, Liz.
Oh, no way.
I go, yeah, singing was going to be my first career, but I guess I have to stick with real estate. But it was so funny.
You're going to stick with, that's actually kind of fun. I thought you were going to say you're driving down the turnpike and there comes Springsteen right alongside you. But that's kind of, you know, that's actually
cracking up. They thought it was great. They were like, oh, you can keep singing. I go, listen, when you buy the house, I'll come over. We'll do karaoke.
Right on. Well, good for you. Yeah, soft rock. So 70s, 80s, kind of the foreigner soft rock. Yeah, you know what? I look at, as I do these, it's fun because you learn a little bit about you. And now we learned that you like the rock and roll, but you also like to sing on the highway. So we're going to be looking out for Liz driving down the highway. I'll be singing with you.
I got the windows down and I'm cranking out a tune.
Okay, so let's get to the business because I think I talked about open houses a lot. I talk about door knocking a lot. Those are two things that are just so standard foundations of real estate, right? And the newer agents don't want to do the open houses because they're nervous. Well, then we also talk about maybe they're not in the right career. But to that point, I went out on a Saturday and didn't discover a lot of open houses. It seems like more traffic, more open houses are being done on Sunday. Is that typically for you as well?
Very typical. I always feel most open houses are on a Sunday.
Okay.
They're usually a 2-hour to 3-hour span on a Sunday. They did recently, I feel, in the past year or two, just started doing them on Saturdays too. They're doing on Saturday and a different house on Sunday.
Well, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of activity on a Saturday, meaning people are in their yards, they're doing stuff. I just feel like that's a chance to do door knocking, just to introduce yourself to someone new. But being a top producer, do you have folks that are on your team that do some of the stuff that not that you don't want to do them anymore, you just don't have the time. So you figure, I need you to do this open house. I need you to go to that neighborhood and do some door knocking. Is that kind of how you work with your team, or do you do a lot of this stuff on your own?
I do a lot on my own, but my daughter and my son have actually joined my team.
Well, those.
It's all in the family, and I told them both. When I started out in this business and I was brand new, you walk in the door and everybody thinks, oh, wow, this is going to be great. I'm going to sell real estate. Well, where are you getting your clients from? You know, the most important thing to me was I used to go around and ask all the other agents, can I do your open house? Let the clients come to me.
Right.
You're walking in the door coming to me.
Yeah.
So, you know, I met a lot of people. I did an open house every single Sunday for the first 2 years of my career.
Did you really?
I did.
Yeah.
If I wasn't working on Sunday, forget it. You know, I had to be in bed with 102.
So you think some of that hesitation is folks that are not doing it because of their personality, where they don't feel comfortable doing it? Because to me, if you're embracing the business, then you would want to be at that open house. You would want to meet some new folks. You'd want to get folks into your sphere, if you will.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I do feel that some of the new agents are, they are a little shy. It's good if they go with an experienced agent and train to do an open house. I think that is a great idea. If like my daughter came with me many times. My daughter's fantastic. She's a great agent.
Mm-hmm.
My son too. He is amazing. He did a lot of open houses. He met people. He sold them houses. They didn't want that house. He sold them another house. My daughter sold the house that she was standing in for me. So I feel it is extremely, extremely important. And most buyers that come through that door are sellers. Oh, well, I'm just looking today. I do have to put my house on the market.
You're starting the conversation. You're just...
Yeah. I said, oh, let me come over to your house. Let me see what you have. You know what? I might have a buyer for your house and you can get into this house.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of great...
It's all connected, Liz. It's
Absolutely.
Like, you think about the for sale by owners, everyone's worried about that. It is taking off, but if you talk to folks that are in the industry, like a sold.com, folks that are having consumers come to them to help sell their house, they're still going back to a realtor, like 99-something%. So I'm going to make sure that as a realtor, I'm going to embrace the fact that they're selling it on their own. That's fine, Joe. Good for you. Can I help in any way? And by the way, I assume you're looking for another house. Can I help with that?
Exactly.
You're piecing everything together, but don't miss out on an opportunity because it kind of bums you out because they're selling it themselves, or because I'm a new agent, I'm nervous about doing that open house. Do the things. They're foundational. And how much Chamber of Commerce and PTA meetings are there today? Not really happening, right? So we have to find other ways to kind of like the coffee shop of today is what we're doing right now. Back in the 80s, you were probably going to the coffee shop and leaning back in the chair to find out that Sally and Bob are getting divorced, or Joe and Cindy are having a baby. I don't know. You can tell I'm passionate about this business, Liz, but what I've learned from Larry is that you network, just network. And it sounds like kind of what you do as well.
Absolutely. And a lot of people today, even for instance, the for sale by owners, some of them are, can sell it themselves. A lot of them end up calling us anyway.
Yep.
It's very difficult to negotiate your own home. Very difficult. And I know, some people, they've put a lot of money into their house, and sometimes the buyers don't see the value. And when you are the owner trying to translate that to the buyer, it's very sticky. A lot of times you need that third party in between.
Well, that's all about collaboration. That's about where you work together and help them understand. Like, what, Sally, you know your house better than anyone, so I want you to be a part of this. And when I sell this with you, we're going to be doing this together anyway. But by doing it on your own, here's a few things you're going to be worried about. Here's some things that I can help with. It's all about the network and the conversation, I think, more than anything else. And as long as you know what you're talking about, the consumer gets to feel more comfortable and starts trusting. And then you have a relationship. Now you start that friendship, if you will, too. So it's just, Liz, I feel like there's so much we can gain from talking to top producers to help out the newer agents coming into the business. That being said, the millennial world, the Z Gen, whatever, I don't care. We're all human beings, for heaven's sake. So maybe they do things a little bit differently. Maybe they are more on their phone and not looking up. So maybe you're helping me learn to look up more. Something as simple as that. But by having, leadership, that's what Larry said. You got to work with Liz right away because of knowing how great you are as an agent, working with him forever and putting up with Larry. But no, I'll tell you, he networks his butt off. I go to these events all the time, and he is really good at that. And underneath it all, Liz, he really cares.
Absolutely. That's why I'm with this company for 23, 24 years.
So any folks that are, what's that?
I haven't moved from this company. I started this company.
The entire time.
The entire time, I'm still here. Most people go around, make moves. I just stay. It's a great company.
Well, Larry Vecchio, Get to Know, it all rhymes. So real estate radio, Larry Vecchio, all kind of goes together. So it's awesome that you're my first guest as far as being a broker out there in the field. Now, I did work with Larry, obviously knows Julie Vanderblue up in Connecticut. My great connection here in Connecticut, Julie and Larry are very close, and Julie was actually my first broker that I talked with. But Julie and I have known each other for 20 years. Liz, you and I are just meeting for the first time, and this has been really a lot of fun.
It has been.
You know, because my Jersey connection, my sister-in-law lived in New Jersey for most of her life, and going down to see her, she passed a couple of years ago, but going down, having that Jersey connection, having being a Realtor.com divisional manager back in the day, having 2 or 3 reps that were in Jersey, just love the state. You know, go back and what was the big joke in the 80s? What exit, right? Was it what exit? Wasn't that an SNL thing, Saturday Night Live? Something like that,
yeah. Going down the shore.
Okay, now, well, for real estate in your market, we're going to go see Liz. We're going to make sure everyone finds Liz. We'll put up some tags below after the video. But here's how we wrap it up. The bucket list of life. This is where we really find out something kind of fun about Liz. Maybe. I find that, you know, my list, I always have, I'd say probably 10 things on there. But as I do these, I've added a couple. One is the hot air balloon ride, just completely sidebar. But hearing, you know, bucket list stories, it sounds like it's more of, I don't want to get that, I want to have this experience. So someone's not looking for on their bucket list to attain something, it's more about an experience. What's on your bucket list, Liz, that you want to make sure, you know, God allowing, that you get to pursue that dream?
Well, you know what? I do work many hours.
Oh, that's a simple bucket list, yeah.
Vacations are very few and far in between. And I have
right.
to Europe. And I would love to go travel a little bit, you know, before the end is here.
So wait. So you've never been to Europe?
I've never been to Europe.
It's only a hop across the pond, basically. It's not that far.
I know. I want to.
I'll tell you what. You're not the first. I've only done a handful of these, but this is probably the third that's talking about travel, and yeah, 3 of them are going to Europe. Mine is Ireland. I'm a big U2 fan, but that's only part of it. I want to go to Europe because that's where we all originated from. It makes sense to go check it out.
I would love to go check it out, see what's going on. You know, travel. I just haven't had a lot of time to travel.
You're a hard-working realtor.
Beach destinations, you know, quick here and there, the Bahamas,
yeah,
Aruba.
But you want a good 2-week, get out of the country, go somewhere, and yeah. Well, I'm going to make sure it happens. Well, I can't really make sure it happens, but I'm going to monitor and watch and hope that it happens.
See when that happens.
Yeah, well, right on.
No hot air balloons for me.
No hot air balloons? Well, I'm a motion sickness, so going up is you know, my mom never would go. When she passed, that was one of her things. We thought we should get mom and well, it never happened. My sister-in-law also, that was on her bucket list that she never attained. So for their spirit, you know, in tribute to them, I'm going to make sure whether I get sick or not, before I hit 60, I'm going up in that. Well, I don't say it that way. I'm going up in the hot air balloon. Well, yeah, I'm fine right here for now.
I'll tell you what, I'll go watch you. Exactly. I'll get the camera.
Liz, thank you very much. This has been very enjoyable. And like I said, we'll tag everybody down below they want to find you. And as we say on Real Estate Radio, good day.
Hey, have a great day. Thank you.
See the curtains hanging in the window in the evening on a Friday night. Little light is shining through the window, lets me know everything's alright.